immense diversity. It is still happening in our places. Culture, society, class, caste, color, we are still doing it. Only few, a percentage of our population is still, even though if it is, I can call it, still there is 25% not following that. They don't know actually, they only know that being equal is standing in the water's line. We are all same. But they have that concept into their mind which they don't want to open up. They are still not enlightened. That is some political affair, I don't want to go into. It's going to become a long story and a long explanation. So out of pillars of democracy, enlightenment citizen is not reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. In 22 lines, the students who are going to score 100% marks is only from the question answer, but they will never know what is enlightened citizens. What actually happened, I told you. What was the reason? So, question answers don't make you the big boss. Knowledge makes you the big boss. If you have the knowledge, you don't have to study question answers. Guys, mind it. My type of sharing is very different. My logic is very different. It has total logic. It is not instant logic as your question answer part. Question answers is only to score marks according to your test. The test is a game. Your exams are a game. You are playing a game. You are playing a match. You play cricket, you are playing a match. You have to win or lose. You have to score. Exams also you have to score. There you are batting, here you are writing. If you don't bat well, you are out. If you get 10 runs, no one likes you. That means you have got 20 to 35 marks only. Simple. Logic is everywhere. You have to work hard to gain hard. There is no easy way. No just opening the book. Sir, give us the question answers and okay, getting it signed by me and learning it and writing it in the exam. Oh, I have got so much in history. I have got so much in political science, but I don't know anything. Enlightenment citizen, which has a bulb, a light which lights and the power comes, and that is enlightenment. I'm sorry to say. I'll read this part and let's see what I said did I give any more information or did I give less information? I'll compare it. We know that democracy stands for the expression of the will of people. It is the very basis of a democratic government. In democracy, changes are brought by the collective will of the people and not by the use of force to make the right choices and to arrive at the right decisions. Every citizen should be well informed and socially responsive. It does not mean that they should be highly educated or possess university degrees, but that they should be enlightened enough to make responsible decisions. Thus, political awareness is an important condition of democracy. Politically enlightened citizens will be able to judge the performance of the government and make the correct choice of their representatives by evaluating the merits and demerits of different candidates. Such voters will not be easily swayed by false promises made by the candidates or by their money or muscle power. What did I understand? We have to be educated, enlightened with our function of our, what is the meaning of democracy, what is the meaning of sovereign, what is the meaning of republic. We should know what we are doing as a citizenship, what are our rights. We have got our rights, so this is how we have to get. If we are not educated on that, for that we don't need degrees, we don't have to go to school, we don't have to go to any political party meeting. We have to just read, and for reading you need minimum education. Even a rickshaw puller who studied till class 5 sometimes, he reads newspapers, he listens to news. You can listen, you can understand, isn't it? You're not dumb. When I had traveled to Chennai once on some business work, when I was in my other companies, and I had got down at the airport, and I was traveling by. At that time, we didn't have Ola or uh, Uber or anything like that. Uber, Ola, we didn't have. So we had taxis, yellow black taxis, the small Fiat taxis, which was only in Mumbai and Chennai. So Madras. So I was traveling, and I had got down from the taxi, and this guy was driving. He was a young man, younger than me, and he was talking in English. At that time, Chennai was the 99% literacy just before Chandigarh. After Chandigarh, now it's Goa. So literacy rate was 99.99. That's only 0.1% people are not educated. Rest everyone are educated. So I asked him, you speak so well and you are driving a taxi. Just normally it came to me. What do you do? He said, I drive my taxi, sir, and I study at night, and I work, I go to college in the morning college, early morning college. I said, what are you studying? He said, I am studying marine engineering. I just wanted to jump off from the taxi and commit suicide. What have I done in my life? I have not worked hard so much. I am getting down from a plane, sitting in a taxi and going to my hotel to do my job. And this man who is driving, a young, beautiful young man, and he is speaking so well, and he studies in the morning college, early morning, then he drives his taxi, and then he learns in the evening. Again, he does some other part-time job. He says, I work in a coffee shop also sometimes. I go and work. I get paid per hours. Sir, no job is small. I know, I have got this freedom. India is great, that's why. He said that India is great. At least I can earn what I want to, as long as I am not doing any crime. Long time ago. Long time ago. I am talking about 2010-11, I guess. I had been to Chennai for a day, and you won't believe it. I said, I need your number. You please get in touch with me at my hotel in the evening. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning, and you have to drop me to the airport. And I want to spend some time with you in the evening. Now you can book a taxi and go around Chennai. It's got the longest beaches in Marina Beach. So I spent some time, we'll discuss about that later. I came to know a lot of things about the people of India. By that one person, I could judge the whole area, the whole place, of what type of people live there, how they are enlightened. We should know. So I read this part, that political awareness should be there, so that we don't get candidates we should not get into false promises. And what did I say? That we were enthralled by this, the citizenship of, we never knew what is a total actual citizen. So we had to be enlightened for that, because we had those discriminations of diversities and complex of social structures. If that equality was not there, if the equality is not there, these things will not happen. So it is a big change from subjection to freedom, from being a praja and to being a citizen. So what do we like? Do we try to be working for someone, or we work on our own? But it is unfortunate we did not appreciate its significance, and we failed to take the sustained energetic steps to assimilate the beauty and strength of a citizenship concept and value. After enjoying that flag hoisting on 26 January 1950, day by day we forgot everything about it. We did not give serious thought. What does it mean to be a citizen of a free democracy? What changes should this status produce in myself, in my attitude, in my behavior? I'll be able to deserve this status and to strengthen my new democratic state. Slowly, the ecstasy of freedom evaporated away. It only was between few people of our country. We forgot what is our freedom. This has been the India's biggest misfortune. In 30 years, our intelligent people constituted our schools, colleges, education sections, had realized and assimilated the meaning of citizenship. What is political and economic strength? What human energy resources? What all around national progress we would have achieved by now? That's why we have to introduce this new term, namely enlightened citizenship, making a distinction between mere political adult citizenship and enlightened citizenship. It is like the milk in our Indian market, where we have to ask for pure milk. Unlike in the Western countries, where our people, when they go there, find such adjective sounds of, find such adjective sounds puzzling and absurd to hear people when they say, since all milk there is pure. It is important for all of our Indians. We have been encountering mounting problems between ourselves, and they are becoming intractable year by year. We are not able to solve. It is only because of our people and because of us. And especially our educated section did not understand the meaning and section of sovereignty and freedom involved in democratic citizenship. Okay, that is the enlightened citizenship. So here it is coming. Such voters will not be easily swayed by false promises made by the candidate or by their money or muscle power. This is happening. Right or not? We still don't know what is actually enlightenment. We don't know what are the duties. So you are the future of the country. You should know, and then you should hit the country. This is your country. It's not just holiday. 26 January, Ronin sir makes you do the march past, you get claps. Not that. You have to know why is that. You have got a lot of powers. If you want, you can change the country in 1 minute. But first you have to change your thinking to change the country. See you in the next class. Take care of yourselves. Be happy, be home, be safe. And I hope I was able to explain this to you, class 7. And it's going to take time. It's not so easy. Ronin sir won't leave you with democracy. I'm going to put democracy into your head. And it's not democracy. It's first equality. You must understand equality. Then you have to understand the liberty, the freeness. Sovereign I have explained you. Democratic republic I have explained you. When you have got so many powers, why can't you use it? Why are you waiting? You will be 18 someday. After 4-5 years you will be 18 years old, and after 6 years you might be 18 years old. You are in class 7, 3 years, that's 10, you are 16. And 2 years, another, that's 5 to 6 years, you are 18, you are out on the battlefield. You will be able to vote. You can choose your own leader. You can also become a leader. You can also go into politics. Why not? If you want to change the world. Okay? So take care of yourselves, love your parents, respect them, and try to know much more about your Indian culture and whatever the diversity is happening before 1947, how we were prajas of people and we became free. And we are still prajas, but we still don't know what is the actual sovereignty, republic, democracy of our country. So we have to come to know about it. So take care of yourselves, be good, stay safe, stay home, love your parents, respect them, and do whatever you want after you do your studies. Enjoy the monsoons. Bye bye. God bless.